Good morning and welcome to my first official vlog. Seeing as how I just recently got married, I thought I would take a couple videos to talk about marriage-related things. And today's topic is learning to say, I love you. Yikes. Now I think it's a given that saying I love you is an important part of any successful marriage, or at least any successful modern-day Western marriage between two people who voluntarily join themselves together for the primary purpose of companionship. Knowing how to say I love you, however, is definitely not a given. I had to learn about this on two different fronts. First, I had to get used to actually saying the words, because that's just not something we did in my house growing up. I love you. Let's not make this weird. And understandably, this took me some time. I love you. Let's not make this weird. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate that you just said that. I love you. Well, I think you're pretty neat. I love you. I love cookies. And as soon as I learned to physically say I love you, I learned the second thing about that phrase, which is that saying I love you doesn't actually matter. Not one bit. The only thing that actually matters is whether or not a person feels loved, and unfortunately, you don't get any say in that decision. Well, unless the person we're talking about is you, obviously. Now sure, you can do and say things to try and make another person feel loved, but at the end of the day, you can't reach into their mind or heart or soul or whatever and flip a switch, and that can lead to some awkward miscommunication. I don't think you love me anymore. What do you mean? I give you kisses and hugs all the time. Exactly. Or the opposite. I don't think you love me anymore. What do you mean? I upgraded your computer and I bought you all those magic cards. Exactly. Now, in my newlywed naivety, I'm going to offer you 3 pieces of advice to get you through these troublesome spots. First, if you're the lover, you need to put a little bit of effort into figuring out what's actually effective in communicating your love to the other person. Hey honey, I was thinking of you today and I got you these flowers. Oh, thank you. I feel so loved. Second, if you're the lovee, you need to put a little bit of effort into figuring out exactly what your partner is trying to say to you. She hugs me because she loves me. She hugs me because she loves me. And third, if someone says they don't feel loved, then you have to acknowledge that and accept it as fact. Dismissing it or marginalizing it won't help. I feel like maybe you don't love me anymore. Of course I love you. If I didn't love you, I wouldn't be here now, would I? Duh. Once you acknowledge that a person doesn't feel loved, you can begin working together to fix that. Our process is basically talk, change something, and then evaluate. Then talk, change something, and evaluate. Now I'm not saying that's a novel process or even the best plan for you, but it's worked pretty well for us over the last 4 years, and I'm not saying that 4 years is an eternity or anything, but hey. Okay, so today's vlog came off a little more advice-y than I thought it was going to, but that's just kind of the direction it took me in. What do you think? Do you have some suggestions for making other people feel loved? Do you think I've gone a little too Dr. Phil? Let me know in the comments or on Facebook. Now I don't have a schedule for these vlogs yet, but I will remind you that I'm putting out some kind of video every weekday for the month of March, so hopefully I'll see you tomorrow somewhere. And as always, thanks for watching. Magic cards! I thought we talked about this!